Hi. Hi. Are we back?
I think we're back.
Hey, welcome back to Good Day. Hanging out once again with our good friends from Nerds On Call. Ryan is here. Last time we were talking about myths with young kids on the screens. Now we're talking about something a lot more serious. Hi. Hi. Are we back?
I think we're back.
Hey, welcome back to Good Day. Hanging out once again with our good friends from Nerds On Call. Ryan is here. Last time we were talking about myths with young kids on the screens. Now we're talking about something a lot more serious with teenagers in this whole discussion you got to have about mature topics.
Yeah, you know, when a kid gets a cell phone and they start messing around with it, they do all kinds of crazy things, and they don't understand that there are real-world consequences to some of the things they do online. They don't know it's going to last forever. So we're going to talk about sexting. Everybody's kind of heard about it, but you even asked me, kind of, what is it? Right. So it's any time you send sexually explicit emails, content, videos, or pictures over like text, chat, or using an app on a cell phone. Okay. That's what a sext is. Now, here's the most alarming fact. 70% of teens have sent or received a sext. So this is kind of the new normal. This is just what kids do these days. And so we can't just ignore it and go, oh, my kid's not doing that. Or it's just the kids that are doing high-risk behaviors. They're the only ones doing it. No, they're all kind of doing it at this point. And so it's something that we need to talk to our kids about. So for boys, 77% of the time that they send a sext, it's because they're trying to initiate sex. Yes. For girls, though, they're doing it often as a joke, or they're doing it because they want to feel sexy. Okay. They're also getting a lot of pressure. Most girls are getting constant pressure from their friends as well as boys to send sex. Wow. 68% more often boys are trying to get girls to send the sex. Right. And the problem is that the girls are the ones that get shamed when they do it. Yes, exactly. And so it's terrible all around. So one of the things we asked is sexting dangerous? Is this going to lead to high-risk behavior? And there's no link to like alcohol or drug use or anything like that. But there is a link to more sexual activity. If they're sexting, they're more likely to be sexually active. There is some consequences to this, real legal consequences. Sending a sext or even receiving a sext can be considered child pornography, so possessing it can be. This isn't something that most teens are concerned about. They're thinking it's 1 in a million. All my friends are doing it anyway. It's not like the cops are going to get my phone. But what if they do? It's just in case. There was just a story about a kid in Montana who spent time in jail for sending a sext to a 17-year-old girl when he was 19. So that's kind of dangerous. So if we get down to 40% of teens who have sent a sext have had some kind of sexual abuse or sexual, or bullying because of the sext. Also, teens, what they're using is they're not just using the normal apps that we're used to, like Facebook, but they're using things like WhatsApp or temporary apps like Snapchat, Slingshot, or Line. Got it. Now, these are designed that when you send the sext or the picture, that it'll delete it. But the problem is you just take out another phone, boom, you get a screen grab of that, and now you can send it everywhere. So they're not safe, but a lot of teens think they are. But they also use anonymous chatting sources to send this stuff. And so their name's not necessarily on it, and so who knows who they're chatting with. Sometimes they're chatting with other friends, but sometimes they could be chatting with people across state lines, saying all kinds of crazy things. So for the most part, what we want, this is about acronyms. We all get acronyms. We've seen all those little, these are some of the main ones that people are using, not safe for work, and direct message me, and age, sex, and location. Wow, you don't want to do that. Okay. So these are some of the these are some of the terms that kids are using for short and hiding it from their parents. But there's so many more. If you go online and just Google it, you'll see it. We're running out of time. Lastly, what do you do about it? So you want to have a conversation with your kids. When you hand them a cell phone, have a conversation about appropriate use. Talk to them about their reputation and that they can't get it back once it gets damaged. Right. And you can use apps like Teen Safe. Teen Safe you can get on iPhone or Android, and it'll monitor their activity online. And they'll monitor also those anonymous apps. So they'll be able to track all that stuff. But don't do it anonymously. Don't just track their activity without talking to them. Talk to them first, because if they find out you're tracking them without them knowing it, they're just going to go underground or get another phone or use somebody else's stuff. Go deeper out there. Exactly, Ryan. Always good to get the information from you. Lisa, our babies are growing up too fast. I know. We got to slow down. We got to stop the clock. Slow this whole thing down. Stop the clock. There you go. All right. Thanks, Ken. Time now is